Hey, peace, world. Thanks for pressing play on another Pay Me No Mind sports and entertainment video. My name's Wood. I think I'm gonna go back and watch last night's lightweight unification fight or undisputed fight, however you want to look at it. You know, I didn't score the fight as I was watching it. I did a write up on it, and I just want to go back. I think sometimes you have the expectations of what a fight should be and how it's going to play out, and the formula that I saw for Lomachenko didn't materialize. From the outset, and I got to rounds 3, 4, 5, and 6, and I'm still not seeing any semblance of the path that I thought, the formula that I thought where Lomachenko could get the victory. So, I'm seeing some different things in social media, and I just want to go back and check it out while I'm not writing, and while I don't have any expectations. I'm just more watching what's happening. Um, I don't think there'll be a rematch. Teofimo Senior and Junior both spoke on it last night at the post fight press conference. And so I think it's going to be hard. Even if I go back and I see it, as 7-5, I don't foresee there being any rematch. And the kid is talking about, and the team, is talking about moving up to 140 and whatnot and challenging one of those guys. So speaking of 140, what I wanted to come on and talk about is the fight last night between Josue Vargas, the prodigy, and Kendo Castenada. I thought was a pretty decent fight on an undercard. That obviously we're all waiting to get to the main event in Vasily Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez. But I think I did an article over Round by Round Boxing the other day, earlier in the week, or early last week now, about a five super lightweights to watch, and one of those guys was that I named was Vargas. Again, that's at roundbyroundboxing.com. And I think the kid can box, man. I like his attitude. I know Timothy Bradley was really critical of the kid, but what I say is this though. Without even talking to anybody, without even going back and watching the fight, the footage and whatnot, and reviewing it and going over his mistakes, he came over to talk with Osuna and said everything that he did wrong, or that Tim Bradley thought that he did wrong. And I think he's and he finished it up with he thought he did a better job against Castaneda, who was tough as hell. But I think he said that he did as good a job against Castaneda as Zepeda did. And Zepeda is a hot name right now, coming off of that knockout of the year against Baranchik. So now in the up and coming bunch at 140, obviously if Teofimo Lopez comes into the division, that's going to push some guys backwards, or maybe you become an opponent for his first fight at 140. Vargas doesn't have exceptional power. He's more of a boxer, mover, but I think he's a pretty good boxer. I like his work. Can do it all. Just gonna come down to he got the knockdown of Castaneda. It wasn't a boring fight. I thought the kid showed a lot of skills. I thought he took Castaneda's punches pretty well too. So he has a decent chin. Can he get better, improve in different ways, be a better boxer, a sharper boxer? That's kind of what we'll have to see. But again, like I said, he's in there at 140, which is loaded with what I was mentioning. In a couple of weeks, you'll get to see Malik Hawkins at 140 out of B-More. against a decent, solid fighter in Subriel Matias. Like I said, you already saw Zepeda and Baranchik. Was another name out there. The Brandon Lee kid is out there. The Elvis Rodriguez kid is out there. I think Elvis Rodriguez might be at 10-0-1 or something right now, so he's a little bit younger. Shojahan Ergashev is out there. So it's a lot of names at 140, man. And I think Josue Vargas, with his performance last night, I think he stays in the running as a guy to get a match, to get a chance to compete, in a loaded division. Like I said, man, I thought his boxing was excellent, man. I thought, he got the knockdown. He was moving well all night, not moving too much, working a jab, doing some great double shots with his he was a southpaw, so with his right hand. Went to the body. Everything he did was pretty decent. Was pretty disciplined. Looked like a very disciplined outing. But like I said, I think, maybe he was pressing a little bit too much, trying to stand out on a night when you have, Vasily Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez. He's a New York kid. Vargas I think he might be from the Bronx. But, he's a New York kid. Teofimo Lopez is a New York kid. The super middleweight, Edgar Berlanga is, I think he's Brooklyn, maybe? I'm kind of tripping because Fat Joe is from the Bronx, and I know he's very cool with him. So I thought it was a pretty good performance for him, man. Castaneda was tough, landed some good shots. He took some good shots. He busted the kids. Vargas busted up his nose, and just just boxed well all night long, man. So I was impressed with that. Obviously we're looking for knockouts, and if you dominate a guy for 7-8 rounds, get him out of there. That doesn't always happen, but he didn't allow any mistake to happen and lose his victory. He gave Castaneda more than enough to calm down, and comply. Later in the fight, 8, 9, and 10, there were moments where Castaneda, and he might have been bothered by the nose. It was bleeding for like 3 or 4 rounds by the 7th or 8th round. He was pawing at it a little bit, and it was just some moments in there where where it seemed like he had enough. He didn't want to put himself in harm's way to try to get the victory. And Vargas stepped to him and mixed it up some more, cautiously, and in a smart fashion and whatnot. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with him. Also, before I get on out of here, man, I just wanted to extend an invitation. I'll put the link down in the description I just put up a Sound for Sound column, which is where I talk about boxing and hip hop. And I put up a column just to go along with this weekend. Benny the Butcher and Teofimo Lopez. Benny has a new video called Legend off of his latest album that just came out Friday, Burden of Proof. And I thought with Burden of Proof, the title of the album, Legend, what we just saw Teofimo Lopez accomplish, I mixed all that together and talked about Teofimo Lopez and him becoming a unified champion / undisputed champion, or unified champion with the franchise, the WBC franchise belt. Very complicated. And that's about it, man. I have that in that link to that article down in the description. Check it out. If you're a fan of hip hop, Griselda, Black Soprano family, check it out. Other than that, man, at the end of the month, I guess we get The Monster, Naoya Inoue. We get into the pay-per-views, that so on and so forth. Let me jump on off here, man. Bite down boxing, don't let them count you out. Pay me no mind, sports and entertainment. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Peace.